The brochure for the nursing home arrived. Are you out of your mind?
I selected a facility based on your preferences, Nina. Did you not like it?
What part of it did you think I would like? I mean, seriously, this place looks like all of the other basic retirement homes I've seen on TV.
But there are some things about the place that make it far different from others. For example, the medical care is excellent and it has a very clean environment. And the rooms have a balcony attached to them, so you don't have to leave your place in order to step outside.
And?
I personally visited several places and the staff was very professional and kind. They were attentive, patient, and made sure to answer all of my questions. I thought you would feel comfortable knowing that they are well-trained and genuinely care about the residents.
Don't act like that's something to be proud of. That's the bare minimum.
Huh?
I wanted a luxury retirement home. High-end facility with a refined atmosphere, gourmet meals, and top-tier amenities. Why on earth would I have to live in some cheap shack?
But you were the one who said you didn't want to live alone in a big house after your husband passed away, weren't you?
That's right.
Do you also remember refusing to live with us?
Why would I live under the same roof as a woman like you?
We've been married for 10 years. Wouldn't it be time for you to accept me as part of the family?
Don't make me laugh. You are nothing but an incompetent daughter-in-law who has never once met my expectations. Not even close.
Is that really so? I thought I had been doing my best in my own way.
Your best? Your best is a joke. Do you want me to list all the ways you failed me? Last time when I said I wanted cookies, how many did you bring me?
I bought the most famous cookies from my hometown, so popular that people line up for them. They're known for their delicate flavors, and I thought you'd enjoy something unique.
I had never been more disappointed in my life.
Did they not suit your taste?
That's not the issue. The taste, the look, everything about them was just so cheap.
But they're incredibly delicious. People travel from far away just to buy them. I thought you would appreciate something artisanal rather than mass-produced.
I get hives if I eat something that doesn't come in a department store shopping bag.
I see.
You and I come from completely different worlds. I cannot imagine living with someone who was raised in such poverty. We don't share the same values, the same sense of quality, or even the same understanding of what it means to live with dignity.
Understood. I'll continue looking for a retirement home.
One of my friends paid $150,000 just as an entrance fee.
That much?
Huh? That's the absolute minimum. If you dare bring me a place that costs less than that, I won't forgive you.
But we also have my son's entrance exams coming up.
And what does that have to do with me?
He's going to a private school that comes with considerable tuition fees.
Oh, I see. So you're saying that an old woman like me, who doesn't have much time left, should just shut up and suffer for the sake of the younger generation? I should just take whatever crumbs you throw at me and be grateful?
That's not what I'm saying. I was just talking about the cost of education. Besides, weren't you the one who encouraged us to send him to private school? You said a good education is the foundation for a successful future. You told my husband over and over that we had to aim high for our child.
Ah, I see how it is. An old useless woman like me should just disappear quietly and return to the earth, right? Fine, I get it. I'll do that. No need to say anything more.
Nina, wait! That's not what I meant. Listen to me! You're misunderstanding the entire situation. Sorry to bother you while you're at work. Do you have a moment?
What's wrong?
It's about your mother's nursing home.
Did she finally decide on one?
Well, not exactly. She hasn't liked any of the ones we looked at so far.
What? We've checked so many places already. What's the issue this time?
She says she doesn't want just any nursing home. She wants a high-end luxury one.
A luxury nursing home? You gotta be kidding me. How much are we talking?
The initial deposit alone is close to $200,000. Then after that, the monthly cost is around $3,000.
What the? It's more expensive than our rent.
I know. I tried to explain to her that we really can't afford something like that, especially with Bill's private school tuition coming up. But she kept bringing up how all her friends are in really nice places and how she doesn't want to be left out.
Unbelievable.
I know this isn't what we planned, but can you talk to her? Maybe if it comes from you, she'll be more willing to compromise.
No way. She's never going to change her mind. And honestly, even if she does, I'd rather just give her what she wants.
Wait, what? Are you seriously saying we should just go along with this?
Listen, this might be my last chance to do something meaningful for her. She's getting older, and I don't want to have any regrets. If this is what she wants, I want to make it happen for her.
Hold on, you're acting like this is just some minor expense. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars. You can't just decide this on your own.
If you hadn't refused to let her live with us, we wouldn't even be in this position.
What? That's not fair. Your mother was the one who said she didn't want to live with us.
That's not how it happened. When I suggested it, I saw the way your expression changed. You looked uncomfortable and she saw that. That's when she decided she'd rather move into a home than be a burden.
That's ridiculous. I didn't say anything, and I certainly didn't make a face. Look, I know your mother is a strict, difficult person, but I've always believed that families should take care of each other.
Then it's settled. We'll put her in the best place we can.
You're saying that like it's no big deal. Where exactly do you think this money is going to come from?
I'll take care of it.
That's not an answer. I'm asking for specifics.
Just trust me, I've got an idea.
You're thinking of taking out a loan, aren't you? That's insane. I won't let you do that.
It's fine, I'll handle it. You don't have to worry about it.
Of course I have to worry. I'm your wife. This affects me just as much as it affects you.
There's someone my mother once told me to go to if I ever needed help.
Wait a second. You mean you're planning to borrow money from someone? Who is this person?
It doesn't matter. The important thing is that I have a way to make this work.
Of course it matters. If this is going to put us in debt or affect our household finances, I have every right to know.
You're making a big deal out of this. Once my mother is settled in, she'll stop complaining. Isn't that what you wanted?
That's not fair. I do want her to be comfortable, but this is an enormous financial commitment. I have to think about our future too.
Money comes and goes. If we spend it, we'll find a way to make more. Got it?
You're talking like this is monopoly money. It doesn't just magically come back.
I'm not saying we won't have to make sacrifices, but this is something I have to do.
And what if something unexpected happens? What if we can't make up for the money we're spending? Have you thought about what kind of situation we'll be in then?
That won't happen.
You don't know that. You're making promises without a real plan.
Look, I'm asking you to trust me. I know what I'm doing.
I don't want this decision to put us in financial trouble. Please promise me that.
Yeah, I hear you.
No, don't just say that to shut me up. I need a real promise.
Fine, I promise.
This nursing home is simply wonderful. The lobby feels so open and spacious, and the dining hall, oh, it's like a high-end restaurant.
I'm glad to hear that you like it.
Really, having a son is such a blessing. I can't believe he found me such a luxurious place.
If it meets your expectations, then that's all that matters.
I want to treat my friends here to some delicious sweets. Pick out something nice and have Richard bring it over. And make sure they're from a sweets store, none of that cheap stuff.
If that's the case, I can bring them myself when I visit.
Absolutely not.
What? Why not?
Do I really have to spell it out? It would be humiliating for people to know someone like you is part of my family.
Excuse me? What exactly do you mean by that?
Everyone here comes from high society. The other residents are all refined, sophisticated people. And the family members who visit them? They match that standard perfectly.
And what does that have to do with me?
Can you imagine what would happen if someone like you showed up here, sticking out like a sore thumb? Do you have any idea how embarrassing that would be for me? I'd be the laughing stock of the whole place.
I don't think I stand out that much. I dress fairly normal.
Oh, do you own a Hermès Birkin bag?
No, I've never really been interested in designer brands.
Ha! That's exactly what poor people say when they can't afford them. They pretend they chose not to buy one.
I'm serious. I've never cared for luxury bags.
Yesterday, another daughter-in-law visited, and she was carrying a crocodile leather Birkin. It was absolutely stunning. I looked it up, and it cost $60,000. Can you imagine? That's the kind of visitor who makes me proud.
I see. Then I suppose showing up with my $30 sale bag would be out of the question. Understood. I'll have my husband deliver the sweets instead.
Good, good. I knew you'd understand. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a tea party to attend. Bye.
Melody, how is everything going? I know you must be really busy for your exams, but make sure to come home sometime, okay?
Dad, it's been a while. I'm so sorry I haven't been in touch. Things have been pretty chaotic lately with school and everything going on.
I heard your mother-in-law moved into a nursing home.
Wait, how did you find out?
Oh, well, I ran into Richard by chance. He mentioned it in passing when we were talking, so I thought I'd ask and make sure everything was okay.
Really? He didn't say anything to me about it. I didn't know. Where did you see him? He doesn't usually go to your mom's place, right?
Well, it wasn't anything major. We happened to be at the same place at the same time, and he mentioned it.
I see. I guess that sort of thing happens sometimes, huh?
Yeah, life has its unexpected moments. But as long as you're doing well, that's all that matters.
How about you? Are you doing all right? I know it's tough with everything on your plate, but are you staying healthy? Not feeling lonely or crying by yourself at night?
It's been 5 years since your mom passed, you know. Time flies, but I'm getting the hang of things. I've started trying new recipes in the kitchen. I'm actually thinking about starting a little side business with my cooking.
Oh, that's so cute! My kid still asks for Grandpa's toast all the time, you know. He loves it, and he still remembers. It makes me smile hearing them ask for it.
Oh, really? I'll be happy to make it for them whenever they want. I'll be sure to have some ready when he's back.
I'll definitely pass that on. After my exams are over, I'm planning to come back for a little while. But in the meantime, you have to promise me you'll stay healthy until then, okay?
Melody, are you happy?
What's with the sudden question? Where's this coming from?
I'm just checking in on you. It's been a while and I just want to make sure you're doing okay.
Well, life has its ups and downs, but overall, I think I'm doing well. I'm lucky to have a family like ours, and even though things aren't always perfect, I'm grateful for the normal, everyday moments. So yeah, I'd say I'm happy with where I am right now.
That's the most important thing. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters. Wait, you're not feeling sick or anything, are you? Your health has been on my mind lately, especially with all the stress from school.
No, nothing like that. I had a health checkup recently, and everything came back perfect. I'm feeling good.
Oh, thank goodness. You really had me worried for a second there.
You've been saying some odd things lately, and it got me a little concerned.
I just wanted to make sure you're really okay.
I can't believe you doubt your daughter like that. It's not like me to get sick, right?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. I just care about you, that's all. When I hear you're so busy and stressed out, I can't help but worry a little.
I understand, Dad, but I'm fine, really. I'll take care of myself. You don't need to worry about me too much.
Good, good. Glad to hear that. You always make me worry when you get so caught up in everything. I just want to make sure you're taking care of yourself and not pushing too hard.
I know. I promise I'll stay healthy, and once exams are over, I'll come back to relax for a bit. We can spend some time together and catch up.
I'm really looking forward to that. We'll take it easy just like old times. It'll be nice to have you home for a while.
Of course, I'll be home as soon as I can. It's just a little more time, but I can't wait to be back. Thanks for always looking out for me, Dad.
I'll be here waiting for you. Just don't overdo it with your son and those exams. We want you to be healthy and happy when you come back home.
I won't overdo it, I promise. I'll stay focused, and I'll make sure to take breaks when I need to. And when I get back, we'll have all the time to relax and enjoy together.
Alright, that sounds perfect. Take care of yourself, Melody, and stay safe. Don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything. I'll be here.
I will, Dad. Thanks for everything. Talk to you soon, and I'll be home before you know it.
Alright then, take care of yourself and don't worry about anything. I'll talk to you again soon. Be safe out there.
You too, Dad. See you soon. I really did my best to dress up, made an effort to look my best, and even borrowed a bag from a friend. I wanted to make a good impression, but what do I get in return? Oh, you're not family, so I have no intention of meeting you. Please leave. Was there really any need for her to say that to me?
You were told not to come. The person who ignored that and came anyway is the one at fault here.
I didn't just come on my own. I thought you might be feeling lonely, so I invited some of the relatives to join me. I thought it would cheer you up if we visited together.
Relatives are fine, but you're the problem.
Do you know what I went through? I had to stand outside for 2 hours, in the cold, while everyone else was inside enjoying themselves.
Honestly, even though you had to wait outside, wasn't it a good opportunity for you to appreciate the beauty of the building's exterior for a little longer? It's a nice place, right?
While I was waiting outside, everyone else was inside, smiling, talking, and thanking the others for coming to visit. And there I was, standing outside like an outsider, feeling so utterly humiliated and miserable.
And you know what? I'm still bitter about how you tried to push me into a cheap rundown nursing home when you were the one who should have been looking out for me. You never once thought about my dignity or comfort.
In the end, though, you managed to get into the nursing home that you really wanted, didn't you? You're in the place you thought was best for you.
That's only thanks to my son. If it weren't for him, I would still be stuck in that awful place you tried to put me in. And don't pretend you had any part in it. You didn't do a thing to help me.
But that huge amount of money you're spending on me, it's going to hit our finances hard, don't you think? You can't possibly deny that.
And there it is. That's the heart of the issue, isn't it?
No, that's not what I meant at all.
Let's be honest here. You can't stand the idea of spending money on me, can you? Your entire attitude has shown it from the start. The way you speak, the way you act, it all makes it clear how little you care when it comes to spending money on your mother-in-law.
That's not how I intended it. If I've made you uncomfortable, I'm truly sorry.
I don't need your apology. It's honestly too late for that. You see, this is exactly why I don't like you as a daughter-in-law. You're not just cold and distant, you seem almost emotionally unavailable. I don't feel any warmth, any love from you.
I've always tried my best to treat my husband's family with care and respect. I've done everything I could to fit in. You never once tried to accept me. I'm not the one at fault here.
Oh, so now it's my fault again, is it? You're blaming me for everything? How far are you going to take this, huh? How many times are you going to paint me as the villain in this story? Are you going to tell everyone about how I've mistreated you as a poor, lonely daughter-in-law? Go ahead, complain to your friends, to your family. Paint me however you want.
I just want you to understand my feelings too. Is that really too much to ask?
You need to leave, now.
Pardon?
My son was 48 years old. He's still in the prime of his life, and he's one of those cool older men people talk about these days. He'd be better off with a new wife, don't you think?
How could you say such a thing? What kind of mother-in-law says something like that to her daughter-in-law?
If it's so bad, then why don't we see if any of the other people at the home would like to introduce us to their daughters or granddaughters? That might be a good match for him.
And what about me and my son? What happens to us?
You can leave the grandchildren behind, that's fine. Just get out. You leave.
I refuse. This is something between me and my husband. It's our decision, and it's not for you to dictate.
So now you won't even listen to the wishes of a poor, aging old woman? You won't grant me a single request? You're so cold-hearted, it's almost terrifying. It makes my skin crawl just thinking about it.
We won't get divorced until after the exams are over. I don't want to confuse things. I don't want to disrupt the environment for the kids during such an important time.
How admirable. What a wonderful mother you are. If only you'd thought of your mother-in-law the way you're thinking of your own children, none of this would have happened in the first place.
I apologize. I admit that I should have been more considerate and thoughtful in this situation. I'm sorry.
Apologies at this point are meaningless. It's too late. You've already treated me like I'm some old, useless person, and now you're trying to apologize? I can't forgive you for what you've done. Prepare yourself, because I won't forget this.
Give up on the entrance exam.
Excuse me?
I've made up my mind. I've decided to send Bill to an efficient school. That way there won't be any tuition fees to pay. Is that okay with you?
No, it's not okay.
Sending him to an entrance exam while he's still in elementary school is way too early. Why push him to something like that when he still has time?
He can continue through the escalator system until high school. Why are you bringing this up now?
Just a waste of money. We can't keep spending like this.
Did your mother say something to you about this? Did she influence your decision in any way?
It has nothing to do with her. This is just my decision.
But you told me the entrance exam wouldn't be affected by the nursing home situation. You reassured me that everything would be fine.
It's not about the money. The whole educational policy has changed. That's the main issue now.
Your mother was the one who insisted that Bill should go to a private school. She got him all excited about it, and now you're just saying it's not possible. How can you do that to him?
Things change all the time when you're living in this world. It's just a part of life. Bill learned early that things don't always go as planned, and that's something he can grow from.
You can't just throw logic like that at a child. Bill has been working so hard for this. You can't just crush his dream now. He deserves a chance to follow through on it.
It can't be helped. Our family's priorities have changed, and we have to adapt.
If you insist on doing this, I'll have no choice but to divorce you.
What? What are you talking about? Where do you think you'll get the money to send him to a private school anyway?
I'm not willing to let Bill's dream fall apart. I'll work, but I'm also going to rely on my father to help cover the costs.
Stop right there. Absolutely not. I won't allow that to happen.
Why are you so worked up about this? I have every right to ask for help from my parents if it's for the good of our family. It's not like I'm doing something wrong here.
You can't go asking your father for money. He doesn't need to be dragged into this. You know it.
You don't have the right to lecture me about this. I'll do what I think is best.
Either way, just stop it. We've already made a decision.
Then, if you're really serious about this, pay the proper child support. If you do that, I won't need to bother my father for money anymore.
Fine. If you insist, I'll pay $100. Is that enough?
What? Are you serious?
That's what one of my friends from high school paid for their child's schooling. They said that's all it took.
Do you seriously think that's enough to send Bill to a private school? That amount wouldn't even cover food for the month.
I told you already. Send him to public school if that's what you want.
This is pointless. I'm taking Bill and going back to my parents' house. I'm done with this.
Please don't do that. I don't want to lose you both.
I really don't understand why you're so against it. But it's already decided. I'm not changing my mind.
Fine. If that's how it's going to be, I'll let him go to a private school. But if I agree to that, then there's no divorce, right?
Stop changing your mind every time we talk about this. Make up your mind and stick with it.
I'm done with this conversation. It's over now. Do you understand?
Seriously. Dad, do you think it would be a burden if I divorced and went back to the family home?
It wouldn't be a burden, but it might be a bit difficult right now.
Why?
I don't think I'd be able to provide enough support for you.
What do you mean by that?
Well, actually, I've started working.
Really? I didn't know that. I thought you were just enjoying a comfortable life with your retirement pay and pension.
Well, things have happened, and it's been a bit complicated.
I understand. I'll work too and try to support the household. It'll be better if I can contribute with chores and everything.
Why the sudden talk of divorce? The last time we spoke, you didn't mention anything like that. Bill's entrance exams are right around the corner.
I know, but it's about the difference in educational values. My husband suddenly decided he wanted Bill to go to a public school.
Why would he do that?
Well, my mother-in-law moved into an expensive retirement home. It's $200,000 for the entry fee and $3,000 a month.
What?
Yeah, I didn't think we could afford that either, but my husband insisted, saying I'll take care of it, and somehow managed to make it happen.
$3,000 a month?
Right? It's ridiculous. Nina's so focused on luxury. She's always hated shopping anywhere other than department stores, even though she came from a normal background. It's been really difficult.
I had no idea.
When I visited her at the home, she told me, "You're just the daughter-in-law, don't come here," and refused to let me in. Honestly, even though the finances haven't been directly impacted, and I'm not the one paying for it, it's all been so frustrating. I've just started not caring about anything anymore.
What about Bill's entrance exam?
I want to let him follow his dreams, of course. But when I hinted at divorce, my husband suddenly said it's fine for Bill to go to private school after all. I don't get it. Everything's just so confusing. But I'm tired of being tossed around by my mother-in-law and husband. I'm thinking of just ending it.
Pack your things and leave right away.
What? Why the sudden change?
We'll talk when you get there. Can't even type right now, I'm so angry. My hands are shaking.
I'll head back for now. Are you sure you're all right?
Don't worry about me. Just be careful on your way home.
It's about an hour by train. I'll contact you again soon.
When exactly are you going to bring me those macarons I ordered? You've been talking about it for days, and I'm still waiting. My friend is already waiting here, and you're keeping us all waiting. Why can't you just hurry up and bring them? I don't even want to see your face right now, so just leave them at the front desk. Don't even bother coming inside.
You really never change, do you? Always so noisy, always complaining.
Wait a minute, did I send that message to the wrong person? Is this really you I'm talking to?
No, you're still talking to your idiot son's wife, just like you always do.
Melody? How dare you speak to me that way, in such a disrespectful tone? You must be out of your mind to talk to me like that.
Why do you always act like you're some kind of royalty? What makes you think you can just talk down to me like that?
Excuse me? What are you even talking about? You have no right to call me arrogant. I've done everything for you, for your son, for this family, and now you want to disrespect me?
Oh, really? Just because you've been born a few decades before me, you think you can treat everyone like your personal servant? You think you have the right to control everything in this house?
You're missing the point. Respecting your elders is a basic principle. It's common decency to treat those older than you with some level of respect. You should learn that.
Respect? You think I should just respect anyone, no matter how awful they are? I don't think so. For example, there's you, selfish, greedy, trying to fulfill your need to live in a luxurious retirement home at the expense of my child's future. You're trying to steal away Bill's dreams just so you can live comfortably.
What are you accusing me of now? How dare you make such horrible accusations without understanding anything?
Don't pretend like you didn't have a hand in it. You used Bill's future to manipulate my father into giving you money. You told him, forget the private school and use that money for my luxury retirement home instead. Is that how it went down?
I never said anything like that to him. Why would you even suggest that?
Oh, really? So now you're accusing my husband of lying? Fine, whatever, but I've had enough of you manipulating my father into giving you money. I'm angry enough that you've used him like that. He worked hard his entire life, and now you're making him spend it all on your whims.
What in the world are you talking about? You have no idea what's going on.
Don't act like you don't know. You used Bill's school fees and my treatment as leverage to convince my father to hand over his money. You put him in a position where he felt he had no choice but to help you.
That's a lie. Richard made that decision on his own. It has nothing to do with me.
Don't you dare try to act innocent. My father was furious when he found out his retirement money was used to pay for your expensive retirement home. He had to go back to work in his old age just to afford it. Do you understand that?
I don't want to hear any of this. Your father gave that money to me willingly, and you have no right to blame me for it.
You have the audacity to say that? You're still living in that retirement home because my father gave you that money. Don't think for a second you can just gloss over this and pretend like everything's fine.
Well, it doesn't matter now. I've already paid everything in full. You can't just throw me out now.
Didn't you read the contract? If you cancel within 90 days, you'll get all your deposit back. Don't think you can just stay there forever.
What? You can't be serious. How is that even possible?
Well, it's a good thing my father's money isn't being wasted on your vanity anymore. You'll have to figure out something else.
What are you saying?
You're perfectly healthy, aren't you? You don't have any medical conditions, so stop acting like you need to be pampered. You can work for yourself. You don't need to keep spending my father's money.
How dare you suggest that I, at my age, should work? How dare you?
Well, if you can't afford to live in that fancy retirement home, I suppose you'll have to stop shopping at those expensive department stores, right? Can't have everything handed to you. Those cheap cookies from the local stores probably don't suit your taste.
Don't you dare talk about those shops. I'd rather eat 100 of those cookies than set foot in a low-class shop.
So you think the Emperor would have trouble eating those cookies too? Hilarious.
What are you talking about now?
Those cheap cookies you refuse to touch? They're actually royal gifts. They're meant for royal families that come to visit the US, but I guess you wouldn't know that.
No way. Are you serious?
Of course I am. You're too busy judging the packaging in the store where they were bought to even care about the taste.
You little brat! How dare you mock me like this?
Pretty embarrassing to think you've been eating the cheap stuff all along, pretending you're so high class. You wouldn't know the difference between something expensive and something cheap. How many times have your high society friends probably laughed behind your back?
You! How dare you say that about me? You've got no respect at all.
It feels amazing to finally say everything I've been holding back for so long. Now, you can go ahead and live your so-called retirement while my husband continues taking care of you. I hope you enjoy it, but I'm done.
What do you mean by that? Why should I have to rely on him? He should be taking care of me, not the other way around.
Well, what are you going to do? Your house is sold and you only got $60,000 for it. That's barely enough to buy a decent apartment, let alone live in the luxury retirement home you've been dreaming about.
Richard will take care of me. I'm sure of it. He will.
I hope he does. But I wouldn't count on it. Do you know how much he doesn't do? He doesn't even bother washing his socks. He's so spoiled by you, he doesn't know how to do anything. He's just a lazy, spoiled man.
Don't talk about my son like that. How dare you?
Well, Bill's school is closer to my father's house, so we're moving out. Don't worry about us. Go ahead and live your fancy retirement life. Just make sure Richard looks after you like you've been telling yourself.
You're a fool. You don't know anything about what I need.
Dad, Bill passed!
Really? That's fantastic. I knew he was working hard, but I didn't realize how much effort he had put in. I'm so proud of him.
I was worried the whole divorce situation might have an impact on him mentally, with everything going on. But in the end, I think what really made a difference for him was having the chance to spend time with his beloved grandpa. Honestly, I think that's what helped him get through it. I can't thank you enough for that.
You don't have to thank me. I'm the one who's grateful. House was so quiet and lonely before, but now it feels alive again.
I spent so much time just trying to keep my husband and mother-in-law happy. I was so focused on them that I didn't realize how it had become my daily life. It was as if I convinced myself that everyone has to live like that it's normal. But now, after everything that's happened, I feel such a relief. It's like I can breathe again. I've never felt so free in my own life.
You've always been important to me. If you're happy, then that's all that matters to me.
So, how about we do something special for today? Bill's been asking for a barbecue. Would that be okay?
Oh, barbecue sounds amazing. I can't remember the last time I had meat. The way you've been living lately, it feels like a luxury.
From now on, I want you to make sure you take care of yourself too. You've been taking care of everyone else for so long. I found a full-time job, so I'll be able to earn enough to take care of the family. I'll do my part, and we'll all be okay.
You don't need to worry about me. Having you and Bill around is enough. Just seeing you two happy makes everything worthwhile.
Tomorrow, let's visit the grave. I think it's time we pay our respects to Mom and let her know everything that's been happening, don't you think? The day my mother-in-law was to leave the nursing home wasn't just another ordinary moment. It was a culmination of years of emotional buildup, personal struggles, and family tension. I had heard that she was difficult with the staff and other residents, but I never anticipated the sheer intensity of her emotional outburst. The idea that she could make such a scene, that she could stir up so much chaos, really shook me to my core. For her, this wasn't just about leaving a place she had grown comfortable in. It was about losing the only sense of control she had left in her life. My mother-in-law had spent decades building a facade of self-importance, wrapping herself in layers of pride and materialism, and now all of it was unraveling in the most public way possible. When I arrived at the nursing home, I found her surrounded by the staff who were doing their best to calm her down. Her voice, filled with panic and frustration, echoed in the hallway as she screamed, "Don't take away my final home!" The words felt almost foreign coming from her. She wasn't the kind of woman to show vulnerability, let alone admit that she was scared. She had always prided herself on being the strong one, the one who had everything under control. But in that moment, it was clear to me that she was no longer the person she had tried so hard to project. She was frightened, angry, and desperate. The staff looked worn out. They had seen these kinds of emotional outbursts before, but this one was different. It wasn't just a tantrum, it was a cry for help, a sign of how deeply she had failed to confront the reality of her situation. As they tried to console her, I overheard whispers from the other residents. Most of them had kept their distance from her, unable to tolerate the constant boasting and superficiality she displayed. She had tried to impress everyone with her expensive trinkets and grandiose stories, but all it did was push them away. She had always believed that material wealth was the key to gaining respect. But it was clear that what mattered most to the other residents wasn't what she owned. It was who she was as a person, and in that department, my mother-in-law was woefully lacking. Her belongings, as grand as she believed them to be, were cheap imitations of luxury. I had seen her collection of knockoff handbags and jewelry. The way she would constantly brag about her designer clothes, only for it to become apparent to everyone that they were from discount stores. The worst part was that she didn't even realize how transparent she had become. It was as though she was so consumed by her need for validation that she had stopped caring about the truth, but the other residents weren't fooled. They saw her for what she was, a woman who was trying to keep up with a lifestyle she didn't belong to, and who was terrified of being exposed. I was no stranger to my mother-in-law's insecurities. Growing up, I had seen her put on a facade of confidence, pretending to be someone she wasn't in order to make herself feel better. She always had to be the center of attention, always had to be the one with the best story, the most exciting life. I suppose that's why I wasn't surprised by her outburst. She was always desperate for attention, even if it meant making a scene. But it was painful to see how badly it had affected her. She had spent so many years building up a lie, only to have it come crashing down when no one was willing to buy into her narrative anymore. When I told my husband about what had happened, I could tell he was shaken. He had always been loyal to his mother, always tried to do the right thing by her, even when I had cautioned him that his blind loyalty was doing more harm than good. But in that moment, I could see that a part of him was beginning to realize just how damaging his actions had been. He had spent so many years trying to be the good son, supporting her no matter what, and now it felt like he was starting to see the cracks in his relationship with her. Deep down, I think he knew that his mother wasn't the person he had always believed her to be. But it was hard for him to accept that the woman he had always put on a pedestal was, in reality, a deeply flawed and selfish individual. The real breaking point came when I found out the full financial situation. I knew my father had contributed $2,000 to the nursing home costs, but I hadn't realized that my husband had added $1,000 from Bill's education fund. When I discovered this, it was like a slap to the face. That money wasn't just for anyone, it was for our son's future, for his education, for his opportunities in life. How could my husband have used it so recklessly? It wasn't just the financial aspect that angered me, it was the principle behind it. My husband had allowed his mother to manipulate him, using our son's future to fund her indulgences. The moment I confronted him, I could feel the weight of years of frustration rising within me. I was so angry, so hurt by his choices. We had always worked hard to provide for Bill, to give him the life he deserved. And now it felt as though everything we had worked for was slipping away. I lost control, something I had never done before. In a moment of pure frustration, I slapped him. It was an action that shocked both of us. I had never been violent, never resorted to physical confrontation to express my anger. But in that instant, it felt like the only way to make him truly understand how deeply betrayed I felt. Silence after the slap was heavy. I could see the shock in his eyes, but I also saw something else, a recognition of how serious the situation had become. I could tell that, for the first time, he was beginning to understand the depth of my feelings. The conversation that followed was difficult. There were no more pretenses, no more avoiding the hard truths. We agreed that he would pay back the full amount and that, in addition, he would contribute $500 per month in child support. It wasn't a perfect solution, but it was a necessary one. It was the only way to ensure that we could move forward without further jeopardizing Bill's future. Meanwhile, the tension between my husband and his mother had only grown. According to the neighbors, the verbal sparring between the two of them had become a daily occurrence. It seemed that neither of them was willing to back down, and neither could admit that they were stuck in a toxic cycle. My mother-in-law continued to expect my husband to support her financially and emotionally, while he struggled to keep up with her demands. It was clear that they were stuck in a never-ending battle of wills, neither one willing to make the first move toward reconciliation. It was exhausting to watch, and I couldn't help but feel a sense of frustration on both their behalf and mine. Despite the ongoing family drama, there was one constant that kept me grounded. Every day, I saw him thriving. He loved school, was excelling in his classes, and was surrounded by friends who genuinely cared about him. On the weekends, he spent time with his father, fishing and bonding over simple pleasures. Bill was a reminder of everything I had been fighting for. In the midst of all the chaos, I knew that he was growing up in a stable, loving environment, and that gave me the strength to keep going. Balancing work, motherhood, and everything else was never easy, but I had learned to take it one day at a time. There were days when I felt overwhelmed by the constant stress, but when I looked at Bill, I knew it was all worth it. I had come so far, and though it wasn't perfect, the life we were building together was exactly what we needed. It was peaceful, it was loving, and it was real, and that was something my mother-in-law would never understand. Baxter.
Huh? What's going on?
My personal belongings, they're gone. They're nowhere to be found.
Of course they are. I threw everything out.
What? Why would you do that?
You see, my son is graduating from college soon and will join the company. You're no longer needed here. To be honest, someone like you, an old high school dropout, isn't fit for my company. I can't have someone like you tarnishing the company's reputation. Better that you disappear before things get worse.
But...
Let me break it down for you, in a way even someone like you who dropped out of school can understand. You're fired. I've been nice to you, helping you with some of the tasks here and there, but now it's time for you to go. You should be grateful for that.
Wait a minute, you can't just say something like that all of a sudden. Why am I being fired just because your son is joining?
It's simple. My son will take over your job. He's going to be the future CEO after all. I need him to handle big projects from the start so he can grow into the role.
Wait, are you seriously going to have your son, a new employee, take over the work I've been doing?
That's exactly what I'm saying. What's so hard to understand about it? Honestly, a high school dropout like you can't seem to get anything.
But that's crazy. How can you just throw everything on him like that?
There's no reason my son couldn't do what you're doing. He's far more capable than someone like you.
That's not the point. He doesn't even have any experience. So why would you?
Listen, he's my son. Don't even compare him to someone like you. You're not even in the same league. Actually, calling you incompetent would be an understatement. This isn't even just my decision. He asked for it too.
He asked for it?
Yeah, he told me. Fire that old hag. She's such a pain. You used to act all high and mighty around him, didn't you?
Wait, are you talking about when he came to visit the office?
Exactly. What else could it be?
But I wasn't being rude. I was just correcting him when he treated the employees poorly.
You're telling me my son, the future CEO, shouldn't speak with authority? You really don't get it, do you? He's in charge, not you.
But that's not what I meant. Even though he's your son, he can't just go around treating everyone like that.
And you think it's a problem for him to speak directly? The kid's the future CEO. Of course he gets to order people around. It's natural.
But that's just not right. You can't treat people like that.
Who are you to judge? He's the boss, not you. The things you're saying don't even make sense. How could someone like you possibly understand?
But that still doesn't justify firing me, just because you think your son can do my job better.
You really don't get it, do you? My son was the one who asked for this. He said fire that annoying woman. And you wonder why? Because you were so rude to him, treating him like he was just another employee.
No, that's not true. I was just trying to guide him. He wasn't respecting the other employees, and someone needed to say something.
You actually think you have the right to lecture him? He's the future of this company. And you? You're just some underqualified dropout, so stop pretending like you can control him.
But that's not fair. Just because he's your son doesn't mean he's above everyone else.
You're still talking? You really don't get it, do you? He's above everyone else. The fact that you even question it proves how little you understand about this company.
But still, firing me over this is too much. You can't just do it because of some personal issues between your son and me.
You think that's enough? How about this then? You failed the company's biggest project. You let it crash and burn. It lost us millions.
But that project, that was something you decided without asking anyone. It wasn't my fault.
My vision was right, but you messed it all up because you're incompetent. If you'd done your job, that project would have been a massive success. It was perfect and you ruined it.
So you're saying that you won't take any responsibility for your own mistakes and instead you're just blaming me?
If blaming me helps you feel better about yourself, then sure, but everyone knows the truth. You failed and I'm cutting you loose now.
No, you're just refusing to admit that it was a mistake. You're not willing to take responsibility for your own failure, so you're making me the scapegoat.
You really don't understand anything, do you? It's over for you. I've made my decision. It's pointless to keep arguing, and honestly, you should be thanking me. I kept you here for 20 years despite you being nothing but a burden.
Fine, I'll leave.
That's right. Goodbye. Now the company's finally free from your useless self. You'll be out of here and we can move forward without dragging dead weight around.
Gracie, I need to talk to you about something regarding the business deal.
David, I'm really sorry, but I've been taken off the account.
Wait, what? You've been taken off? That's the problem. I've been counting on you. It's not just because of the business, it's because of you.
I'm glad to hear that, but...
But it's odd, isn't it? For someone like you who's so reliable to suddenly be taken off the account, I would have thought you would have told me beforehand.
I'm sorry.
No, I don't mean to sound like I was blaming you. I'm just confused. Could it be that something happened? Was there a problem?
Oh, David, you're sharp as always. It's embarrassing to admit, but I've actually been let go from the company.
What? How could that happen?
Well, I had a bit of a falling out with the president.
Falling out?
Not exactly a falling out, more like it was a one-sided thing. I'm sorry, this probably isn't something I should be telling you about. I really don't want to cause you any trouble.
Gracie, please, stop being so formal with me. You know, I have a little time now. Do you?
Time? Well, I do have some time, I guess.
Perfect. Then even though it's a little early, why don't we go get something to eat? I'd like to hear more about this.
But I don't want to burden you, especially with something so trivial like this. You're the CEO of a major company.
I'm the one who wants to hear about it.
Well then, if you insist. Thank you so much for today. Talking it through with you really helped me feel a lot better.
My pleasure. I'm glad you could share it with me. And honestly, Baxter, he's something else. I always thought he had a bit of an inflated ego, but to fire you? It's foolish, really.
Foolish, huh?
I'm not joking, Gracie. I mean it. He made a huge mistake.
But when I think about it, it's true that I'm a high school dropout. And I didn't exactly bring the project to a successful conclusion either.
That doesn't matter. Your education doesn't define your abilities.
Well, I was the only high school dropout there. With the company being what it is, I guess some level of formal education was expected.
What are you talking about? The reason that company grew so much is because of you. If it weren't for you, it'd probably still be just another small-time operation. Worse, it'd have gone bankrupt by now.
Thank you. To hear that from you, it means a lot, even if you're just being polite.
I'm not being polite, I'm being honest. Everything I said is from the heart. But you know, in a way, this whole situation worked out for the best. For me.
Wait, what do you mean? You're saying that me getting fired worked out for the best?
Actually, now that I think about it, during dinner you seemed a little off. I don't know, a bit distant? Were you worried that maybe I didn't like you?
What? No, that's not it at all. I thought maybe I'd just misunderstood something. Or maybe you just didn't want to hear it. After all, you're the CEO, and, well, I'm just...
No, it's nothing like that. I've been meaning to say this for a while. Gracie, I've wanted to bring you on board for a long time now. But I always knew you were too loyal, too tied to your current company. I figured that no matter what I made you, you wouldn't leave.
Wait, what are you saying?
But now with all this happening, I don't have to worry about that anymore. No more barriers, no more hesitation.
You wanted to bring me on board? But why now?
Well, it's simple, really. Now there's nothing stopping me from offering you a position. I don't have to worry about you turning me down because of your old company. You're free now. So, Gracie, will you work for me?
David, are you serious? After everything that just happened? You want me to come work for you?
I've never been more serious. I know what you're capable of. I've seen it firsthand. You're exactly what my company needs.
But it feels wrong, David. After everything that's happened, my old company.
I understand how you feel, but think about it. This is your chance to be somewhere where you're truly valued. I know you're capable of so much more than they ever let you do. You deserve this.
I don't know. It's all just happened so suddenly.
Take your time, Gracie. I'm not rushing you. Just know that I've wanted this for a long time, and I'm offering you a chance. A real opportunity. All you have to do is say yes.
David, thank you for meeting me today.
Don't mention it.
So, what did you think? About my son, I mean. He's going to be the one handling your company from now on.
Well, it's exactly what you expect from your son. He's very much like you. I can see the resemblance immediately.
I knew you'd notice. It's clear we have similar judgment, huh?
I have no doubt when it comes to judging character.
I've been meaning to apologize for this, actually. I'm sure it wasn't ideal having a middle school dropout like that handling your account. Don't worry, she's not with the company anymore. It's all sorted. From now on, my son's the one who will take care of things for you.
That's good to hear. His being there will surely make a big difference. I imagine it'll lead to better results for everyone involved.
Exactly. I'm glad we're on the same page. That's actually wanted to discuss something with you. I'm hoping we can make a slight change to the contract going forward.
A change to the contract? What kind of change?
Well, I'd like to raise the unit price a little. It's a bit embarrassing, but my son's been put in charge now, and to be honest, we suffered quite a bit due to that woman's incompetence. She caused us some real losses. Having someone like that on the team can really be a pain. For the sake of both of our futures, it would be good to make some adjustments. You understand, right?
If that's the case, then it's actually quite fortuitous that you brought it up. I've been meaning to have a word with you about the contract as well.
Oh? What about the contract?
We're actually planning to terminate the contract altogether.
What? Hold on. What's that? Are you serious? This is a terrible joke, right?
It's no joke, Baxter. I mean every word.
But why? What's this about?
First off, you've underestimated us. Who makes you think we'll just accept your request to raise the unit price? We're talking about the future here, right? Well, what about our future? What benefits are we getting from this? We're not seeing anything on our end.
What do you mean, nothing in return? I've been more than fair with you. I made concessions, given you opportunities.
And yet here we are, with nothing to show for it. Well, let's talk about that son of yours too. You seriously want him to take over as a point person for your company? You've got to be joking. You really think he's up to it? The kid's barely out of school. You think he's going to handle my company like it's no big deal?
You've got no right to talk about my son like that. What's your problem? Just last time you were saying how much he resembled me. Now you can see the potential in him.
Yeah, I said he looked just like you. I didn't say he was any good. Frankly, I think he's just like you. Dull and lacking in substance. I wasn't impressed at all.
You really think that, don't you?
We're not continuing it. I'll terminate the contract on my end.
Wait, hold on a second. You can't just end this now. You realize what you're doing? If you break this now, then my company...
I know exactly what I'm doing. Don't think I haven't considered the consequences. This is business, Baxter. If it weren't for Gracie, I wouldn't have made it this far. Not you. You and your son can handle your own mess, but I'm done with all this.
You're saying that Gracie was the one making things work, weren't you? All this time, it was her doing the real work, not me. Now you're throwing everything away over her.
That's exactly what I'm saying. She's the one who helped this business grow, not you, not your son.
Fine. You want to make it personal? Then consider it personal, David. Don't come crawling back when your precious little company falls apart.
I won't need to. Goodbye, Baxter.
Hey, what the hell is going on?
What do you mean?
Since I fired you, more and more of our contracts have been getting canceled by clients. Now employees are quitting one after another.
Oh, is that so?
What kind of reaction is that? You're acting like it's none of your business.
Well, it is none of my business anymore.
Don't mess with me. Where are you right now? Get your ass back to the company immediately.
Why should I?
What do you mean, why? You should come back because I'm ordering you to.
No, I won't. I'm busy here.
Are you defying me? Are you going against your president's orders?
You're not my president anymore, though, are you?
What the hell are you talking about? I'm still your boss. I'm offering you a chance to come back. I'm saying I'll rehire you.
Oh, really? That's so generous of you.
If you want to work under me again, then you better hurry up and get over here right now.
Fine.
How long do you think you're going to keep me waiting? My time is worth more than yours, you know. When exactly will be arriving at the company?
Pardon? What are you talking about?
Huh? Are you stupid? I told you, I'll rehire you. I'm giving you another chance. You not understand what I'm offering here?
Yes, you said that if I want to work under you again, I should hurry up and come to the company.
So then why haven't you shown up yet? What's the holdup? You should be on your way here by now.
I don't want to work under you anymore. So no, I'm not coming.
What? What do you mean? I employed you for 20 years. You're forgetting that, aren't you?
You're the one who fired me, so what are you trying to say now?
Damn it! Don't be so ungrateful. I'm telling you that I'll take you back. I'm offering you another chance, and you're just going to throw it all away?
You really think I'd want to work under you after you fired me? How pathetic. You seriously think I'd come crawling back?
I'm not asking you to crawl back. I'm offering you a job, and you should be grateful. You know how hard it is for someone like you to find work? No one will hire you now, so you better accept it while you can. Can't refuse this, Gracie. Can't find a better opportunity anywhere else.
Do you really think I need you? I've already found my next job. It's done. I'm not going back to you.
What are you talking about? You're lying. There's no way anyone would hire someone like you after everything that's happened. Do you think I'm an idiot?
You know, it's actually funny you say that. After everything that's happened, you're the one who's the idiot, don't you think?
You're impossible. You're just making excuses. You think anyone else will hire you? You'll be stuck with nothing. You should be thanking me for even offering you this chance. You should be grateful that I'm willing to take you back.
You really don't get it, do you? I'm done with you. You've made your bed, now you lie in it. I'm not some pawn for you to control anymore.
Don't be so dramatic. A supermarket job or something, right? That's more fitting for someone like you, a middle school dropout. Not like you could handle anything better. At least it'll teach you your place in the world. You can thank me for this chance.
You've humiliated me enough, don't you think? How much further are you going to take this before you realize you've lost control?
What are you talking about? I'm just telling you the truth. You'll be working a low-level job just like you deserve. It's reality, Gracie. You're not as high and mighty as you think.
And do you think you have the right to treat me like this? You think you can belittle me forever? Well, let me set you straight. I'm going to work for someone else now. Someone who values me. The company I'm working for? It's David's company.
David? What do you mean? What does he have to do with this?
It's not about what he has to do with this, Baxter. I'm talking about my new job at David's company. That's where I'm going, not back to you.
You're lying. There's no way anyone like you is going to get hired by David. You're just making this up. What would they want with you after everything?
I'm not making it up. It's already a done deal. I've moved on. You can't keep dragging me back, and you can't keep using me like a tool.
What? Think anyone would hire someone like you after all this? What is wrong with you? So it was all your plan, wasn't it? From the beginning, everything was set up by you.
Huh? What plan are you talking about?
I knew something wasn't right. You think you could just do whatever you want? You really think this is all going to work out for you?
If something's off, I think it's your mind, Baxter. What exactly are you accusing me of?
Ever since I fired you, everything in the company has started falling apart. Do you think this is a coincidence? Or are you telling me that the project I worked so hard on, the one I created, was doomed from the start just because of me?
I didn't sabotage anything. Let's get that straight.
Then why is everything going to hell? Contracts are getting canceled left and right. Employees are quitting like it's a mass exodus. What's going on? And that perfect project of mine, what happened there? It was supposed to be the pinnacle, the crowning achievement in everything I worked for.
You're missing the bigger picture. It's not as complicated as you're making it out to be. There's only one explanation for everything.
Oh, and what would that be?
You're incompetent. That's all there is to it.
What? Are you out of your mind? You've lost it. There's no way that's the reason. You're telling me that I'm the one to blame for everything that's going wrong? Ridiculous.
Actually, it's the truth. Why are you so defensive?
You think I'm incompetent? I took this company from the ground up. One generation I built into something great. You can't be serious. You're just bitter, aren't you? You can't accept that I'm better than you.
And now it's falling apart. You've built your empire, but you're also watching it crumble bit by bit. Isn't it ironic?
You don't understand. You don't see the full picture. This is all you're doing.
Well, yes, it seems like everything is falling into place because of me. I'll admit that.
You planned this from the start, didn't you? You and that man. You've been playing me the whole time.
You're misreading the situation. It's not what you think. But if you step back and look at it logically, it's clear. When I was with the company, everything went smoothly, didn't it? But as soon as I left, everything started crumbling. Doesn't that speak for itself?
No, that can't be true. There's no way that's true.
It's the simple truth, Baxter. You know it deep down, even if you're trying to deny it. When I was in charge, things were fine. The employees respected me. They trusted me. They weren't just loyal to you. They followed my leadership. That's the real reason things have turned upside down now. It wasn't about you being the boss. It was about me.
No, that's not it. You don't know what you're talking about.
I used to admire you, you know? Back when you were humble, sincere, before everything changed. Once the company started thriving, you let the power get to your head. You became arrogant. You couldn't handle the fact that others might have more influence than you. But what's sad is, you can't even see it.
You don't know me. Stop saying things you don't understand.
But I do understand, Baxter. You've changed. You've lost sight of what really matters. And now you're trying to blame everyone else but yourself. Power and money, they corrupt. You're living proof of that.
You think you could just walk away from all this? You think you can ruin my life and get away with it? Even that man will pay for this. I'll make sure you both regret it.
You're already too far gone to realize that there's nothing left for you to do. The damage is done. If you'd owned up to your mistakes, maybe there'd be a chance for redemption. But this, there's no coming back from this.
Don't talk like that. You've ruined me. I built everything from nothing and now you've taken it all away. You and that man, you both destroyed everything I worked for.
It's over, Baxter. There's no more fight to be had here.
Why the hell should I be the one getting sued? I worked my ass off for this company, and now you're going to make me the bad guy?
For wrongful dismissal, harassment, and the compensation for personal belongings you carelessly discarded. Not to mention the overtime you still haven't paid. I'm only claiming what I'm owed. Is there a problem with that?
You've got to be kidding me. I'm the victim here, and you're somehow turning this around on me? What kind of joke is this?
You're still playing the victim? Weren't you the one who stormed into the police station only to be sent away empty-handed? You tried to pursue this in civil court, but they didn't even give you the time of day. It's not surprising, Baxter. All your claims are unfounded. Nothing you say holds water.
That's all you can say? This is all your fault. You were scheming with that man from the very beginning. If you hadn't done that, none of this would have happened.
I've already said this once. You're the one who's incompetent. You're the one who didn't know how to run this business. Everything that's happening now, it's your doing. You can't blame anyone else.
No, it's not true. I made this company what it is. Don't act like you don't know that. You're trying to twist everything around and make it seem like I've ruined it. What are you really trying to say?
No, I'm not twisting anything. You had your shot and you blew it, and now it's crumbling. Look, here's the thing. When I was working for you, everything ran smoothly. As soon as you kicked me out, it all started falling apart. That says a lot, doesn't it?
Don't say that. It's impossible. You can't just come in here and rewrite history. It's not that simple.
You might not want to hear it, but it's the truth. When you were still relying on me, things were going well. As soon as I was out, everything started going south. Now you're here blaming everyone but yourself, but deep down, I think you know it's true.
No, no, no! That can't be! I built this company with my bare hands. I made it what it is. And you're the one who left. You're the one who caused this mess.
That's where you're wrong. You think this company is your success? The truth is, it was never really about you. You just got lucky, and when it came time to truly lead, you couldn't handle it. And now you're too stubborn to face the consequences.
Are you telling me that after everything I've done, you're blaming me for all of this? You're just trying to tear me down. You've been planning this from the start.
Yes, maybe I am trying to tear you down. But the truth is, I've been more than patient with you. I gave you chance after chance, and you squandered every single one.
You've been scheming this entire time, haven't you? Pulling people out of my company, turning my employees against me, and now you're going to sit there and act like the victim? Is that how this is going to play out?
You've got it all wrong. It's not scheming when people want to leave a sinking ship. And honestly, do you blame them? You're the captain of this ship, and it's clear you're headed straight for disaster. So yes, they came to me. They saw the reality, and they wanted something better. Nothing underhanded about that.
You're calling my company a sinking ship? After everything I built, this is how you're going to speak of it?
Well, it's the truth, isn't it? The company's not sinking because of me. It's sinking because of you, because you didn't know how to keep it afloat. When you cut me out, that was the beginning of the end.
You can't possibly be this delusional. I did everything for this company. And you're just going to throw everything I built in my face?
If you had built something that was solid, it wouldn't be crumbling now, would it? This is the reality you're living in. I know it's hard to accept, but maybe it's time to face it. Maybe it's time to let go.
Let go? I'm not letting go of anything. I'm going to rebuild. I'm going to prove you wrong. You and that bastard are going to see. This company's still mine, and I'll make it grow again.
You can keep telling yourself that, but the truth is, you've already lost. You just don't know it yet.
You think you won? You think you've got it all figured out? You think you could just take what's mine?
Honestly, Baxter, you've had your chance. You blew it. And as for taking what's yours, you really think anyone's going to want to follow you after all this? You've burned every bridge.
You've taken everything from me. You and that man. You're going to pay for this. I swear to God, I'm going to destroy you both. You can't just walk away from this.
You can try, but all you'll do is make it worse for yourself. I've already won, and deep down, you know it.
It's all your fault. Because of you,
I told you this would happen. Are you really that stupid? No, wait, I guess you are. With that reckless approach of yours, there was no way it was ever going to work out.
You were the one pulling strings behind the scenes, sabotaging everything. There's no way this would have turned out like this if it weren't for you.
You keep saying that, but I've had better things to do than meddle in your business. Honestly, I couldn't care less about your company. Don't bother reaching out to me again.
Wait!
What now? You can scream all you want, but it won't change anything. I've heard the rumors. Your company's practically a done deal, right?
Don't remind me. I already know that.
So what's your point?
You've been getting along with that man, David, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm lucky to have built a good relationship with him.
Then you could talk to him for me. Convince him to take me on as an executive.
Are you serious? After everything you did to me, you think you can ask for a favor like that? You really have no shame, do you?
You really do have a victim complex, don't you? Fine, let's say you weren't behind the scenes pulling the strings, though that's obviously not true. Well, let's pretend for a moment. Even then, the fact remains that you've wronged me. You repaid the man who gave you a chance, the one who took you in, who put up with you for all these years. And now you want me to do you a favor?
What chance are you talking about? You really think you gave me some big break? You gave me a job, yes, but it wasn't some kind of grand favor. I worked just as hard as anyone else, if not harder.
You think you worked harder than me? I worked my ass off building this company. I took you in, a high school dropout, and helped you rise up for 20 years. And this is how you repay me? By turning your back on me?
I wasn't turning my back on you, Baxter. You had your chance, and you blew it. You became so blinded by your own ego that you couldn't even see it. You think I owe you for the opportunity you gave me? You only gave me that chance because you needed me, but I don't owe you a thing.
I gave you everything. You've got no idea what I sacrificed for you. And now you want to act like you've earned it all by yourself?
You didn't sacrifice anything for me. You kept me around because you thought I was useful to you. But you were too caught up in your own greed and insecurities to realize that. You're the one who betrayed me, not the other way around.
You've got to be kidding me. I'm telling you, David would understand. He's a businessman just like you. I'll be an asset to him. This could work.
Oh, I'm sure David would see right through your proposal, just like I did. You really think he'd entertain this idea after everything you've done? You're delusional.
Fine. Fine, just tell him for me. You know how he thinks. He'll understand. He'll know that my experience is valuable.
I don't think it'll make a difference. And frankly, I'm not sure why you even bother. But I'll go ahead and try if you want.
I'm sure he'll make it happen. You'll see. He'll make it work somehow.
Yeah, sure, I'll go and talk to him for you. But don't say I didn't warn you.
I'll be led into this company. You'll see.
I've received a reply from David.
As expected, his decision was quick. Well, it's not like I even needed to ask for the conclusion, but...
Let me just pass along David's exact words. He said it's just impossible.
Wait, what? Did you really make sure to convey everything properly?
Yes, I did. I sent the screenshot exactly as it was.
Why the hell would he come to that conclusion?
Well, if you want to know why, I'll be blunt about it. I could try to be roundabout and sugarcoat things, but I know it wouldn't make a difference. So here it is, clear and simple. There's no way someone as incompetent as you would ever be hired by anyone who's not a complete idiot. You think that's harsh? Well, tough luck. It's the truth. David doesn't mince words, and neither do I when it comes to matters like this. The company he originally worked for went bankrupt almost overnight with little resistance or struggle. The president, forced into personal bankruptcy, lost everything, every asset, every piece of wealth he once possessed. It was as if everything he had built was wiped away in a blink of an eye, leaving him with nothing but his name and the ashes of his former empire. Yet, for a while, he still held on to hope. There was a certain kind of defiance in his spirit, a resilience that pushed him to keep trying. He attempted to rise from the ashes of his failure, seeking out familiar faces in the business world. He went around asking people to hire him, hoping someone would take pity and offer him a position on their board. He needed something, anything to cling to, something to prove that he wasn't completely defeated. But, as I had predicted, no one was foolish enough to take him on. It didn't matter who he knew or what influence he had once held, no one was willing to hire someone who had failed so spectacularly. Every door he knocked on slammed in his face, one after another. He had no qualifications anymore, no real position in the world. His reputation, shattered beyond repair, meant nothing in the face of hard reality. His desperate pleas for work, for some semblance of dignity, were met with rejection. Of course, his son, the one who had so confidently projected the future of the company, fell just as hard, if not harder. He had been groomed to take over, to step into his father's shoes and lead the business with the same arrogance that had characterized his father's tenure. But within mere months of his father's fall, the entire business crumbled and the young man was left with nothing, his high hopes dashed, his future uncertain. It was a heavy blow, and the impact hit him hard. You could see it in his eyes, the weight of failure, of being the heir to nothing but ruin. What stung even more was how he had once treated his friends, the people who had not shared his privilege or his arrogance. He had enjoyed belittling them during their university days, gloating over their lack of success while he was on his high horse, basking in the warmth of his father's business. When his friends found jobs, he would mock them, calling them cogs in the machine, belittling them as if he were somehow above it all. He found joy in their struggles, in their lack of power, thinking that his father's wealth would always keep him safe. But now, facing the reality of life without the safety net of his father's company, his pride became a prison. There was no way he could humble himself enough to find a regular job. How could he go from being the arrogant heir to being just another employee? It was beneath him, and his ego refused to let him stoop so low. The humiliation of it all was too much for him to bear. In the end, the young man retreated into himself, withdrawing from the world entirely. He became a shut-in, hiding from the reality he had once been so eager to conquer. The walls of his room became his fortress, and the outside world, with its judgments and expectations, became something he could no longer face. He sank into a kind of isolation, cut off from everything and everyone, unable to reconcile his past with his present.